Oh, let me bring that down. Trying out some new music here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this video finds you. Welcome to Raw Dogs Radio. Let's take a break and argue with each other about sports here on the 2nd of January. All this terrorist activity and everything. We're better off doing this, right? Okay, so let's get right to the comment section. Now, Nicholas Achilidis? I hope I said your name right. If not, my bad. Let's see. You say you've seen a lot of dumb takes, but this one's by far the dumbest. Okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's why we're here. I said he doesn't want to be here concerning Myles Garrett. Go tell him that being traded away from this dumpster fire is a bad take. But what you said, he has never said he doesn't want to be here. Actually, he has said he doesn't want to be here if there's going to be a rebuild. He doesn't want any part of that. Probably too close. There we go. He doesn't want any part of that. He said that. Yes, he did say he wanted to stay a Brown. But if there's going to be a whole nother rebuild, he doesn't want to be here. It's a waste of his career and his time and his talent. Let's finish. Actually, he has stated many times that his desire to be here. Yeah, of course. But again, he said there's another rebuild. He don't want to be here for that. He just, understandably so, does not want the team broken down and built up from the ground up. That essentially is eating Myles' prime years. Exactly. Like, I get this year didn't go well, but this team won 11 games a year ago. Well, it was a year ago with a different quarterback. This team isn't crap. I'm trying not to curse because I don't want to, I'm already shadow banned enough. If we had Winston-like caliber quarterback play from week 1, this team may be up around 10 wins. That's debatable. You said around 10 wins. I say maybe 8. Myles wants to reload, which is definitely possible. When people like you mention this trade Myles BS, you first and foremost act like teams will give you 3 first-rounders and more. I didn't ask for 3 first-rounders for Myles Garrett, and he is definitely worth that and more. He's a Deshaun Watson type of player. If you listen to anything that I was saying, I said you find a team that's usually around mid-tier or even lower tier. Somebody that feels that Myles Garrett might be the missing piece. To their puzzle. Like, yeah, we have enough money. Let's do it. Just like the Cowboys did when they signed Charles Haley. Just like Buffalo did when they signed, what is the pass rusher coming out of Denver that's now on his last legs. Let's see. I don't know. I'm old now. I don't really fall into it like that. Oh wow, he's not even listed. What is this kid's name? What is man's name? One that likes to date hood rats. No, not DeMar Hamlin. Von Miller. There we go. Just like the Bills did when they signed Von Miller. They felt that the pass rush was what they needed, even though they were already a playoff team. So, yeah, you can find a team. Matter of fact, Buffalo would be perfect if they cleared up their cap space. Von Miller's getting old. If they're that desperate to increase their pass rush to get to Patrick Mahomes, they would most stupidly trade their first, second, and third, and then next year, second and third for a pass rusher like Myles Garrett, who's still in his prime. He's not in decline. The Falcons, they would do it. They desperately need a pass rush. Even the Vikings, who desperately need a pass rush. There are plenty teams out here that are playoff teams that desperately need a pass rush. What are you talking about? Which they probably won't. Okay. Because the only time anyone gets that type of compensation is for a quarterback. Not true. Herschel Walker, anyone? Even if you could get that, you act like you're going to get 3 Myles Garretts, which in actuality, you probably won't get 3 players that will make up half of what gives you. It's dumb. I don't want 3 Myles Garretts. Nobody said that we wanted 3 All-Stars. You know, nobody asked for 3 Hall of Famers. What you need is solid players. I mean, think about it. They said we are going to have a top 3 pick in this draft. That's not enough to rebuild a team. Like, draft well, get smart free agent acquisitions. With what money? With what money? Look at this. Look at this. We're $19 million in the hole. $19 million in the hole. And that's counting the adjustment for the cap. 2025 NFL salary cap, $273 million. That's adjusted for that cap. We're minus $19 million in the hole, which means you're going to have to jettison some weight. Jedrick Wills, of course, that goofball is out of here. All right. Let's see. You're going to have to re-sign. Let's see. Jameis Winston is gone. A bunch of these other players, they are up out of here. They're up out of. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you got the restructure proration on Deshaun Watson. So 17 million freed up right there. Denzel, that's 2 million freed up right there. Then another 2 for Wyatt Teller, who you need to replace. Joe Bitonio, more than likely he should have retired 2 years ago. So that's about what, close to 2 million. Jedrick's going to free up 3. David Njoku, his proration, that's 684,000. And then 2 million for Jerry Jeudy. And then 20,000 for JOK, who may never play football again. Who may never play football again. Let me get back to what else you were saying here. You say, get smart free agent acquisitions and fix what's wrong with the coaching staff. Well, a lot of those guys are getting jettisoned, so that's a given. Especially on the offensive and special team side of the ball. Yeah, those guys are gone. Do these things, and there is no reason the Browns shouldn't be back in the mix again. Well, the biggest problem you have here is at quarterback for the Browns. And the free agents that'll be out there, Sam Darnold, okay, which I'm pretty sure the Vikings will re-sign. And no, they probably won't even re-sign him. They'll probably slap him with the franchise tag and then trade him. That would be the smart thing for them to do. Franchise tag him and trade him. All right? And I'm pretty sure he's not going to go for a 5th round pick. Like, especially the season that he had. Sam Darnold, who really I wanted to draft instead of Baker Mayfield, he was not on my radar. Sam Darnold was always on my radar, but he went to the Jets, failed organization. And just like Baker went to the Panthers, a failed organization. But his play in San Francisco was what made the Vikings sign him as a bridge quarterback, and look at him. All right. Zach Wilson, that's a hell no. Trey Lance. What are you going to do? Re-sign Jacoby Brissett? What? Tyler Heineke? No. Marcus Mariota? No. Drew Lock? It's a possibility. I think the Giants might re-sign him, even if they do take Shedeur Sanders or the guy in Miami that quits on his team. So Drew Lock, he has proven to be a serviceable backup. Jarrett Stidham, that's a hell no. Andy Dalton, hell no. Justin Fields, he's not leaving Pittsburgh. Plus, this guy can't even read a playbook. That's why he's on the bench. That's exactly why Chicago got rid of him. The reports in Chicago is that he refused to study the playbook. So that's a hell no. Joe Flacco, what are you going to do? Bring himself back in here? The dude is what, 39, 40 years old? You're not bringing Joe Flacco back. You're not going to re-sign Jameis Winston. And as much as Jameis Winston, as much as a locker room guy and as exciting as the games were with him, this guy is, his football IQ is trash. That's why he throws so many interceptions. His football IQ is in the toilet. Mac Jones is really the only one I would really take a chance with. Like Doug Peterson wants him to stay in Jacksonville for another year to heal, but I think these games that he's played, he's gotten some of his confidence back. His accuracy isn't 100% there, but I would, if anything, with him being a free agent, you can get him for less than $4 million. I would sign Mac Jones. I thought the Browns were going to trade for Mac Jones, but I guess not. But he's 26. He's been through the worst. He's had a vacation down there in Jacksonville. Bring him up to be the starter. Even if you draft a quarterback in the second, third, or second or third round, probably the third, but possibly the second, depending on how the draft goes, I would take the shot at Mac Jones. Carson Wentz, no, his confidence is shot. Jimmy Garoppolo, no, hell no. Case Keenum, no. Mason Rudolph, yeah, he'd be well welcomed in the Browns locker room. Easton Stick, who? Cooper Rush. I think Dallas will probably re-sign him. He's proven to be a serviceable backup. Josh Dobbs, shouldn't have never let him go. San Francisco might keep him. We'll see. Brandon Allen, no. Nick Mullins, no. He's been here. He has no arm. Kyle Trask, no. Josh Johnson, no. Kyle Allen, no. Russell Wilson, hell no. Jeff Driscoll, no. Brett Rippon, who? Right, yeah. Shane Buechele, no. Sam Ellinger, no. And Tommy DeVito, no. So who do you get? Exactly. You get nobody. You don't get none of these guys. You get none of these guys. In fact, let's see. Let's see here. Let's go by team. Let's see. Teams. Okay. We're Cleveland. Of course. All right, we'll go free agents. All right, so these are all of the guys that are falling off the roster as we go over it again. Willis is gone. Winston is gone. Nick Harris is gone. Nick Chubb is gone. I know y'all hate to hear it, but Nick Chubb is gone, man. You can write Nick Chubb out. You can write him out. I know y'all hate to hear this, but he's gone. Elijah Moore is definitely gone. Naeem Miller-Hines. Who? What? Who? Bye. Jordan Atkins, he's gone. Maurice Hurst is gone. Bush is gone. Michael Dunn is gone. Rodney McLeod is probably going to retire. I mean, the guy's 34, 35 years old. Hakeem Adeniji, gone. Deontay Foreman did absolutely nothing, gone. Kalaki Hudson, gone. Michael Ford, gone. James Hudson, probably gone. DeAnthony Bell, he's a restricted free agent. He's 28 years old and has done nothing. Matter of fact, he got burnt to death in that playoff game last year. No. James Houston, yeah, you can kiss him goodbye. We only got one restricted free agent, and the rest are just unrestricted free agents. You have to rebuild this team from scratch. You have to rebuild this team from scratch almost overnight. And I'll say it again, your key positions where you need to rebuild it at is wide receiver, left tackle, right guard, left guard, quarterback, running back. Matter of fact, actually, you need two wide receivers. You need two wide receivers. If you have one, then you need two more. I mean, there's really two. if you count Cedric Tillman, but he's been out with a concussion. No telling what's going on with him. So you're definitely going to need at least about two. Also, well, David Bell, he's on injured reserve too. But you're definitely going to need at least two wide receivers. You're going to need a starting receiver outside of Jerry Jeudy, and you're going to need a slot receiver. And then you hope David Bell comes back, and then you get some type of development. Sorry. Yeah, you need some type of development from your wide receiving core. And if you can't get it, you can kiss it goodbye. Dang, why do I keep doing that? Let's go to the depth chart. All right, hold on. I mean, this is your wide receiving core. Jeudy, Elijah Moore, who's gone. Jamari Thrash, who's done absolutely nothing. Mike Woods, who the heck is that? James Prochet, who the heck is that? These guys got to go. You really only have what, three wide receivers? Well, you only have three wide receivers that definitely need to be replaced. Elijah Moore is not the speedster that we thought he was. He's not the playmaker that we thought he was. Yeah, he's good at sneakily getting open, but that's all he's good for. He's not a deep threat. He's really not that good of a slot receiver. Definitely not a number two. All right, so you're gonna have to rebuild that. You're gonna have to rebuild your tight ends unless you resign these guys. But you'll let Jordan Atkins go and try to see what you can get out of Whitehurt and Bates. Grant Delpit is really your strongest secondary member. And I know what you're thinking with that. Like, well, what about Denzel Ward? The guy is on his 6th concussion. You need to trade him too, to be honest. You can probably get at least 2 draft picks for Denzel Ward and use those 2 picks to rebuild your secondary. You're also going to need to you're also going to have to rebuild. If you trade Myles Garrett, that gives you a chance to rebuild your offense and use some of the 9 picks that you already have. You get 3 picks with Myles Garrett and you get 2 with Denzel Ward just for this draft. That's 14 picks. You can go ahead and try to rebuild your defensive end situations, left end and right end, and also fix your cornerback situation. Because let's be honest, outside of Denzel Ward, Martin Emerson got to go. Michael Ford has to go. Cameron Mitchell, he all but disappeared. Miles Harden, who, and this guy, Chigazoe Anisium, who the hell is that? These guys, they did not shine this year. People are talking about, oh, Denzel Ward didn't go to the Pro Bowl. He didn't do anything to deserve a Pro Bowl nod. Then you're going into the season with what? Cam Thomas, Isaiah McGuire, let's see, Ogba Okoronkwo. He can go. You can cut him. Like he just showed you absolutely nothing this year. So basically, your only people you had on the defensive line that showed you anything was Myles Garrett. He did it all again by himself. Of course, in your defensive tackle position, you're solid here with Thomason Hall. Kamara didn't do anything, and Juwan Briggs didn't do anything. Juwan Thorhill, you can probably maybe trade him for a 5th. Okay, get rid of him. He hasn't shown us anything since the first year he got here in the preseason. His first game in the preseason was the only time he showed us anything worth looking at. After that, there was nothing. Antonio is old. The dude is 33 years old, but he plays every bit of 38. Wyatt Teller has lost his strength. All right, and he never was really a good pass blocker anyway. Michael Dunn and Zach Zinter, these guys are backups at best, maybe. And Fetty, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? He can go to, else he's 30. Let that guy go. Your linebacking core is trash. Hicks and Hudson, you hardly, I mean, don't get me wrong. Hicks has shown some flashes at 33 years old, but Hudson has done nothing. Hopkins, 34 years old. I don't know why they guaranteed him a contract. That was a mistake. Let's see. Jerron Christian, you can, I don't even know if you really want to keep him as a backup. Let that guy go. James Houston, Nathaniel Watson, Winston Reed, Muhammad Diabate, and Devin Bush. I think the only one that actually played with any type of potential out of these 5 was Devin Bush. All right. Bailey Zappi, we might see him this Sunday because DTR, you can pretty much let him go. What a waste of talent he is. So you might see Bailey Zappi. You might keep him on the roster for next year. Who knows? John Kelly is out of here. Pierre Strong actually looked good in the last game. Jerome Ford, yeah, you're definitely going to keep him, but he is not a starter. He is not a starter. Deontay Foreman is out of here. Jack Conklin at 30 coming. I mean, this guy's injury prone. But you got him on that 4-year freaking $30 million contract. You're forced to keep him. Ronnie Hickman from Ohio State. I guess you can really try him out at middle linebacker. All right, to see how he does, like especially in the nickel situation, because that's pretty much the position he played at Ohio State. Said D'Anthony Bell, he's out of here. Rodney McLeod is out of here. Grant Delpit is your solid starter. I mean, this roster is trash. Your roster is trash. Your roster is trash. You got your free agent backs. Najee Harris. I believe the Steelers are going to re-sign him. So you can kiss that goodbye. Let's see. Nope. Not J.K. Dobbins. He might re-sign with the Chargers. But he's injury prone. There is nobody on here that I would even consider. Nobody I would consider, not even Aaron Jones. Outside of Najee Harris, the rest of those guys can kick rocks. Let's see, free agent wide receivers. Houston might re-sign Stephon Diggs. T. Higgins said that he would rather stay in Cincinnati. He said he would take less money. Keenan Allen is 32 years old. I mean, who knows what the Bears might do with him. Amari Cooper's not coming back here. Chris Godwin is definitely going to be re-signed with the Bucks. I mean, him and Baker has really formed some type of chemistry. And, I mean, do understand who's this running mate? Mike Evans. This might be his last year because he was looking to retire at the end of last season. So, Chris Godwin will be the number 1 wide receiver going into next year. Plus, they'd be able to re-sign him. Brandon Cooks, he's 31. Don't tell him what's going on with Dallas. Deontay Johnson he's a dirtbag of a human being, so no. DeAndre Hopkins, he might stay in Kansas City. The other Mike Williams in Pittsburgh. I don't know what's going on with their wide receiving core. He's been awfully quiet ever since he first got there. Who knows? Robert Woods is a no. Marquise Brown, he might stay in KC. Darius Slayton has been a disappointment, but I mean, I guess he's a solid number 2 out there in New York. KJ Osborne, I doubt very highly he wants to leave Washington, not with them making the playoffs. You know, players who really are like really not that valuable. You see $4 million, pretty much his market value. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's not going to get any more higher money than this unless the team is stupid. DeMarcus Robinson with the Rams, he's 30. Yeah, you stay where you are, buddy. Nelson Aguilar at Baltimore, too old. Ashton Doolin at the Colts. maybe, but he hasn't shown anybody anything. DJ Chark with the Chargers, he hasn't caught on there. Let's see. Mac Hollins, no. Tyler Boyd, no. Zay Jones with Arizona, I don't know. He's 30, 29 going on 30. Zach Pascal with Arizona, probably not. They might cut these dudes. Zay Jones and Pascal, they might let them walk. I mean, these guys, their market value was trash, $2.25 million. I mean, you guys are trash. Of course, Elijah Moore, we're not re-signing him. Arios with the Dolphins, he'll probably walk, but I don't know. He's a bounce around. Westbrook, Powell, Trent Sherfield, no. None of these guys excite me. Not a one. Not a one. Scotty Miller, get out of here. Scotty Miller beat. When there was that critical 3rd and 14 against the Steelers, and the Steelers love to throw that little sideline deep pass, Scotty Miller beat Martin Emerson on a 3rd and 14 for a first down. That'll forever stay with me because Martin Emerson is nothing but a mouth runner. Juju Smith-Schuster need to go ahead and retire. There is nobody out here, nobody on any of these lists as far as wide receivers that's worth taking a shot at. Like nobody. So you want to talk tackles? We need a left tackle, right tackle. Cam Robinson at $18 million. He'll probably stay in Minnesota. Like I said, they made the playoffs. As did the Rams. Well, they look to make the playoffs with Noteboom. Probably likes what he sees. Stanley's not leaving Baltimore. Tyron Smith, but he's 34 years old. He's cheap though at $6.5 million, but he's old. He's an old man. I don't see anybody on here that's worth even taking a shot at. Like, man, let all of these people walk. A lot of these guys, they're just let these guys go. Let these guys go. You got your edge rushers. I mean, if you want to take a shot at DeMarcus Lawrence at 32, but he's 13 million. Chase Young, he's only worth 8.6, but this guy, Chase Young, he is the Jedrick Wills of defensive ends. Like, he'll start the playoff strong, but then all of a sudden he's a spectator. He's a spectator. This is why he didn't stay in San Francisco when the Niners traded for him. They let him go. And he's only 25 years old. But he sucks. He never finishes a play. That's why he's in New Orleans. He never finishes a play. I do not need somebody like that who will frustrate me. Emmanuel Ogbah, I doubt very highly he'll come back. Not to Cleveland. Dante Fowler might re-sign with Washington. He's pretty cheap. There's nobody out here. There's nobody out here. A lot of these guys are just useless. This is why you have to rebuild through the draft. You have to rebuild through the draft. What free agent corners are we looking at? Carlton Davis more than likely will stay in Detroit. Javarius Wood will probably stay in San Francisco. If not, he'd be a great addition. But at 13.5, I mean, DJ Reed, I doubt very highly, if he's smart, he'll want to stay in New York as far as with the Jets. But I doubt very highly he'd want to go from the Jets to the Browns unless nobody else makes him a decent offer. Let's see. Jeff Okudah. No, there's a reason why the Lions got rid of him. Oh, boy. Man, these guys, A lot of these guys are they're just villains. They're just villains. They're not really that good at all. Khalil Mack is 33. He's not leaving the Chargers. He'll probably take a pay cut. Hassan Reddick, I know he's definitely leaving the Jets. He's of course an outside linebacker. More than likely, he'll be looking to go probably to the Falcons or a playoff team. You already got Matt Judon there at 32, but no telling. Usually when you get players that are 30 and over that'll come to a place like Cleveland, it's because they're chasing a check. That's when we become a rest haven for hoes. Jerome Baker might be available. He's cheap too at $7 million. Yeah, he'd probably be available. Dre Greenlaw at $8 million. He's probably looking for a raise, but San Francisco might keep him. Let's see here. Yeah, that's it. The rest of these guys are just, oh my God, just garbage. Just garbage all the way around. Just garbage. Just garbage. Ooh. Yeah, the best bet for the Browns would be to go ahead and just get your draft. Just do it through the draft. Just do it through the draft. Let's see. So you've got the third overall pick as it stands today. All right, you got the third overall pick. Let's see. You might make your way up to 2. So let's say if the season ended today. So New England, they don't need a quarterback. Tennessee desperately needs a quarterback. But more than likely, if I was Tennessee, I wouldn't draft a rookie. I would go ahead and make some type of deal to get not Kirk Cousins, whose career is over. I don't know why people in Cleveland keep talking about Kirk Cousins. That I'm down here in Atlanta. Kirk Cousins, his career is over. He started off strong, but that Achilles tear, it eventually caught up to him. He is done. But if I was Tennessee, I would go ahead and see what I could do about getting Sam Darnold. I would do that. So, of course, we desperately need a quarterback. We already know who the Giants and possibly the Raiders are gunning for. So, like I said, if the season ended today, Las Vegas might make a deal. If Tennessee doesn't go after Darnold, then if I was Las Vegas, I would try to make some type of deal with Tennessee. Because, let's see, the only team that needs a quarterback more desperate than the Giants, and of course us, are the Jets and New Orleans. Right? And possibly Indianapolis. Because let's face it, Anthony Richardson, he's the black Tim Tebow. That guy's trash. But they're probably going to give him another year to try to prove himself. So it'll probably be possibly the Jets or the Raiders that might make a deal with Tennessee, or more than likely they might make a deal with New England, because New England has their quarterback. And in all honesty, what New England needs, their defense is solid. I don't know what people are talking about when it comes to New England. Their defense is solid. They need skilled players on offense. So if I was New England, I would trade down with one of these two. Well, probably not with the Jets, but I would definitely trade down with Las Vegas or New Orleans for that number 1 pick. All right. I would definitely trade down with, either the Giants, who might have the quarterback that they want fall in their lap, but if I was them, I wouldn't trust it. So it's either going to be the Giants, the Raiders or New Orleans, because they're not going to trade inside their own division. That's stupid. You don't help your enemy become better. Your direct enemy be better. So if I was one of these three, I would cough up some picks for that number one pick, and then that way they could trade down. More than likely, whoever offers me the most between these three in this year's draft, maybe even a player. Like if I was New England, I would want to trade that spot with the Raiders, but I want Doug Crosby. I want Crosby. I want your pass rusher. You want this spot. You want Shedeur Sanders that bad? Give me your pass rusher. Give me your pass rusher and your number 2 pick. Your second round pick. You want him that bad? Give me your pass rusher and your second round pick. So that way you increase your defense, and you can be in position to draft you a wide receiver, not just in the first round, but then you move right back down. And then in the second round, you can grab you another wide receiver, all right, and also a tight end. Because here's their second round pick. So I would get 2 wide receivers and a tight end like that off rip. I'm just saying. But as far as Cleveland, you're looking at, let's say if you never traded Myles Garrett, you just used your pick. So let's go here. All right. So your first round pick, knowing that you definitely need to rebuild your offensive line, you desperately need a quarterback, you desperately need a wide receiver. You might be able to go without getting a right guard, but you definitely need a left guard. So you need a left tackle, quarterback, running back, left guard, all right, a running back, and a wide receiver. So that's your 6 picks. In your first round pick, your third pick overall, you would probably go. I would go. Oh, good Lord. I am so afraid to go quarterback third overall based on the picks that you have out here. Oh, sorry. This side, let me do this side. All right, here we go. Whew. You definitely, let's see. All right, let's say you keep Jones at left tackle. All right. Let's say you keep Jones at left tackle. So, oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's see, draft position. Oh, hold on. Let's go college. Hold on. Let me take a look. I know I'm just farting around, to be honest. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I know I'm back doing this again. Let's see here. All right, let's see. NFL Big Draft Board. Right. So team needs. All right. So the way they see it, the Browns need to draft McMillan at wide receiver. All right. And then Will Campbell, the left tackle, in the second round. And either Luther Burton in the third round. And then Kelvin Banks Jr., who's another tackle. All right. Or Josh Simmons, who's also another tackle. Then you got Egbuka, wide receiver. And then Ursery, who's a tackle. They got taking a lot of tackles. Let's go by position. All right. Let's see. Quarterback. So Cam Ward, this is the guy who quit on this team. I would not deal with him. I don't need the guy who quits on this team. Shedeur Sanders is a hell no. So let's see. We just beat the hell out of Oregon, didn't we? So you're looking at maybe Jalen Monroe, who they have graded as a second round pick. All right. I can go with that. Will Howard, no. I mean, he's college good. Just like Riley Leonard, he's college good. Carson Beck, maybe a late second round. People are talking about Quinn Ewers, maybe late second round. Kyle McCord, Curtis Rourke, I mean, there's a lot of guys here like Graham Mertz. I mean, these are like serviceable guys, you know. But more than likely, I would either go Bill Rowe or I would go Beck. Not really worried about that. Let's see. You definitely need a running back, to be honest. Yeah. Egbuka, if he's there, I would definitely get him late. He looks to be about a third round pick. McMillan. Good Lord. I mean, that's just wild. Where do you take him? Let's see. Where do you take him? Do you take him in the second with this first round pick? If you keep Jones at left tackle, which he seems built as, he seems better built at left tackle, then maybe that solves your tackle problem. All right. So do you go running back? If you kept it as it is, do you go running back? Because in all honesty, let's be honest, with them cleaning house, with the Browns cleaning house on offense, okay, and Stefanski going back to calling plays, you go back to his power run, play action offense. So you might have to go running back. Okay, you might actually have to go running back. And let's see, your best running backs in the draft, as far as like, because you're going to need a power back. Do you go Hampton, or do you go maybe Caleb Johnson? Okay. Because if you go Caleb Johnson, ooh, you can probably get him late, like maybe in the second round. Ooh, my goodness, I know. It's hard. So you know what? I would more than likely, let's see here. You know what? Go wide receiver. Get McMillan. I would go ahead. Yep, just go ahead and get McMillan. first round pick, get your wide receiver. Your second round pick, get your running back. And your 2 third-round picks, all right, that's when you can probably rebuild your offensive line. You get you a left tackle, and you get you a left tackle, and then get you a pass rushing defensive end. Unless you want your first pick, if you feel that you can maybe string it out, which you can't. Or better yet, get your wide receiver here, or get your wide receiver here and get you a pass rusher there. Get your pass rusher with your second round pick. Get you a pass rusher with your second round pick. If you think Abdul Carter will be there, which he probably won't, then see if you can get Scorton. All right? Or Mikael Williams. Let's see here. Yeah, we're definitely going by PFF rating. No. Definitely going by PFF rankings. Go ahead and get you a pass rusher. Get you a pass rusher. Get you a pass rusher. That way you get Myles Garrett some help. Your second round, get your wide receiver in the first round. Get your wide receiver in the first round. Get your pass rusher in the second round. And in the third round, you get your quarterback. You can probably get back. Get you a quarterback. Get you a guard to replace. I'm about to say Wyatt Teller, but no, Bitonio. Get you a guard to replace Bitonio. Your fourth round, get your second wide receiver. All right. In your fifth round, see if you can get you a running back. Or maybe in your fourth round, get you a running back. Fifth round, you can probably get you a guard. And then, of course, in your sixth round, you get your backup tight ends, backup guard, okay, backup left tackle. And then you got these compensatory picks. This is where you can probably maybe build your linebacking core out of, at least get you some type of backups. Because you'll be picking all the way down here. Maybe you can package some of those picks up, get up to maybe the fourth round, get 3 6s up to a fourth, or 2 6s to a fourth, whatever, and try to get you some of these linebackers, or maybe sign some undrafted free agents. You have to do something. You have to do something if you just stuck with this. All right, let me get out of here. I just needed something to talk about outside of terroristic activities. All right, you guys be safe.
I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. No, real talk. I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. Yeah, no. Look, I'm not like this in the slightest. I'm attracted to intelligent chicks to think righteous.